Mark, again, I think it's a sin that we don't have that game every year. That needs to be played every year, not just for the fans, but it's part of the three big schools in the state. Have winning the state championship in the '90s used to mean something. Again, I was born in the mid '90s, so I'm not going to argue old man football with you, but that meant something. Taking pride in being from the state of Florida and playing for one of the big three used to mean something, but it doesn't mean much anymore. They've got us the last two times we played them, so you know, nod to them as far as that. I don't bow as far as think we're going to lose to them anytime we line up, but most times we line up against some Marcus pretty good games. I mean, 2019 was a very, very good close game.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would argue that they played their worst and Miami played their best. That's the only reason why. Whatever. Make whatever argument you want to argue with that. 2013, we got them pulled the way they scored late to make the score look a lot closer than what it really was. Those are the last two times we played them. And then we didn't play them again in 14, 15, 16, 17, or 18. And, they never matched us up in bowl games, which I definitely thought they should have. But that game and being able to claim the state championship to me is huge. And again, I'm one of those people when it comes to strictly about football, I can respect the University of Florida. I don't like their fans. I don't like some of the derogatory and racist and evil things they've said. But football-wise, it's a great game that you want to watch. University of Miami playing the University of Florida in the swamp or down in Miami Gardens. I think either one would be a game. Even neutral site was cool. And if we want to do the neutral site thing, fine. If you want to do that every year, in 24, 25, they pop up on our schedule again on a consistent basis, 24, 25, 26, 27. We start to get that series started up again. So I think it's a 4-year contract. We played them 24, 5, 6, and 7. I'm hoping that we continue that all the way through and sign a 20-year contract to play each other every other year, home and home. That's just every year, home and home. Those two teams should play each other. And I don't care. And yes, we all know Florida ran away from it. Cool. Doesn't matter. Let's stop being babies about it. Let's stop being kids about it. Line up. Let's get together. Let's give the people what they want. And, once they fire this has-been Napier, get a real coach in there, it'll be some really good games.
You've already pronounced sentencing on him even before the guys coached a game.
It's bad, Mark. Okay. Mark, I'm telling you, if I will gladly eat crow with no problem. But when it comes to that, I've seen too many group of 5 coaches make this jump. They don't pan out. What happened to the young man? What was Coach Fuente? Memphis. All the hype in the world. Goes to Vontae. Man. Bill, not Napier. What's the other dude? Tallahassee. Was at Memphis too. Ooh. It's just not working well for them. It's a big jump. It is a big jump. And him stepping in. What's the Auburn head coach?
Brian Harsin.
Now, although they did take Alabama to the brink, it's more about rivalry. But he's kind of meh. Okay, I just that group of 5 ball and the step up, especially at some of these elite, world-renowned programs. Take a coach like Chris Kleiman. You take a coach like PJ Fleck. They go to these jobs that are lower tier or middle tier. They take those jobs, try to build the programs up, have some really good years, but majority 7-5, 8-4, around that range, putting a couple people in the NFL, building some a nice program. But I'm not saying don't take the job, take the job. But it just hasn't shown to be statistically the best outcome for these group of 5 coaches that take big jobs with the big name and big boosters and
I got another one for you. Tom Herman, Texas.
That hurt. I'm a big Tom Herman fan. I think he's really good.
I thought he was a good hire.
And I don't think he should have been fired either. It was the COVID year, in the middle of COVID. And you just cut. Now he said some crazy stuff. I get it. We all know how PR works when it comes to when you say certain things and treat certain people. And when that young man came out and said that it made them feel like they were slaves, no bueno. He got to go. But as far as football wise, he had one down year.
Well, I would say he had a lot of down years, but the season that they put in 2020, they went 7-3. They won a bowl game. It was not a fireable year on the football field, and every game they lost was a nail biter.
Right. Now let's be honest. What's the big difference between him and Steve Sarkisian?
Well, so far Herman's better. So far.
And this is with Herman's recruits. Sarkisian is still a little shit. And I'm rooting for Sark because I want to see Texas do well. It's one of the three teams I root for. SC, Texas. I want to see them do well, man. I want to see them do way better.
Why do you like Texas?
The first game that I can remember, a lot younger, I was 9. SC, Texas, in that championship game. Those two teams. It was like the first thing that I could like really visibly saying, Dad, can I watch this with you? Sure. And sit down and watch the game.
That old 9.
Yeah.
That game was that long ago?
Yeah, what was that? The 05 championship? 05 season, 06 championship.
Season. Yep.
I turned 10 the next year, 2006. No, wait. No, it was right. 2006 championship, 05 season. So 4 months later, I turned 10. Yeah. It's in June. Yeah. 5 months later. And you know about the ties there. See similar programs and private schools and great history and all that kind of stuff. And I grew up, and a thing also that I loved about it is the black quarterback. Texas having a black quarterback on a stage like that who was doing it, throwing the ball and running. He was dynamic, all that kind of stuff. He went on to have a so-so NFL career. Some would call it trash, but as far as being one of the must-see players for that last season, he was up there.
Sure.